Good morning, everyone. This is Sibbe Bladh. We live in a universe of infinite potential. Seems to be no end of this vast nothingness. From the outer borders of physical manifestations, it's Ginunga Gap, nothingness. And that means infinite potential. Infinite growth is possible. And people often fail to lift their eyes from their human world and to realize that they are part of something greater. That's how strong the illusion are. Many times humans who live in the ego are filled with haughtiness and arrogance, behaving bad, behaving egotistic. They're self-important, think they have the right to judge others and treat others bad. And really, they hurt themselves. When you hurt another, you hurt yourself. Partly because of karma, the law of action. And your soul is the inner judge, which cannot be fooled, cannot be appeased in any way. And partly by sharing the same family of energy in the world. And since infinite growth is the potential, when you stop that, you're a part of infinite destruction and infinite death. People have to learn to maximize the energy flow. The whole society must be built around this principle of creating energy. Energy that make life stronger, make seeds stronger, make humans stronger and more superior. And all our actions must be to enhance this power. Everything we eat should be a natural substance that is designed to strengthen the system. That's why we have a mouth and eating. It's not to shuffle in fats and sweets and different things that the modern society are dealing with. It was constructed to feed us with nutrition only and things that enhanced us to a super consciousness so that we could reach higher. But this has been totally abused, of course. Food addiction. All these addictions are from the empty soul. People try to fill the void in the empty soul with meaningless trash. Everything should revolve around the real energy, the core of life. That's how the ancients used to live. They were harnessers of the power. They had the knowledge. They weren't ignorant or arrogant or haughty. They were aware, and they purposely worked for that end. They knew the meaning of life. So that was their only religion. That was their only faith. It was reality. They worshipped reality. And this was before the Dark Ages, when people start with the theorize. And the theorizing came after reality was made into secrets. And when reality was made to secrets, the humans had to try to create a story, a history, a meaning. And that's why religion came. Religion was an explanation to a mystery that was lost, a knowledge that was lost, a knowledge we can clearly study in the megalith structures and the ancient peoples, that they had full awareness of physics, metaphysics, geophysics, energies. They knew the secrets of life. And then when the age of ignorance, new races were created in the world. Many of the species are not natural, spontaneous species. They have been planted here, genetically designed. And some of the religions are creeds for these species, for the new species. For those who don't know how to behave, had to create very harsh rules. And these rules later become a religion, where the masters were depicted as God. That's why God is evil in many religions, punishing and evil, psychopathic. It's because it's the slave master who personify God to the slaves, just as in ancient Rome, where the emperors were gods. So the real divine, the real eternal love, was forgotten. Mankind started to create a new reality that was not rooted in truth and the true nature of life and the universe. And they went down the wrong path. And the physical world was transforming to a hellish region for the humans. The world is a factory of life, of spirit, so it's full of suffering and darkness. And the human species that was planted here, that can be seen like a form of punishment. That can be the story how the angels were punished and were put in hell or earth, the fallen angels, that their souls was trapped in a lower region full of suffering and punishment. But even though the world is hard, it's tough, nasty, it's a place for evolution. So we have to be quick with that work and not get caught in the material illusion. The illusion in people's heads have grown so big now, and that's why we see they building this enormous physical world and put so much value in it. It's like it's their only project. It's the only thing that has meaning to them. And they're overly proud over their small achievements, which is really worthless if you know the true reality about this. So they are filled with false pride, filled with a bloated, unrealistic, selfish, false sense of importance. And to pierce through this enchantment, that is the biggest mission. And many spiritual teachers came to earth or arised from Earth through reincarnation to tell us that we have to defeat the ego to see the divine. And that is because we once was lost, that we have to find our way home, and that we come from ignorance to light. That is each soul's journey through the reincarnational system, always from ignorance to knowledge, knowing more and more, being more aware. Because God is consciousness, self-aware power. It's not unaware power or chaotic power. Those are lesser powers, lower ranking, lower dimensional powers. God is the highest self-awareness in the universe, the highest conscious power, governing power. It's the one who knows itself most of everything, and that we always have to seek that knowledge, awareness, wisdom, and physical excellence to support all the energy processes. That's why we practice yoga and other gymnastics and sports, to keep the body structure healthy, to support the energy flow, to connect with the eternal. So people are problematic. They're always putting each other down, putting themselves down, self-destroying, destructive, negative, fake, unreal, and full of pride, full of arrogance, and don't want to listen, don't want to see anything besides their own minimalistic view of reality. They must broaden their vision, open their minds, open their hearts, become something greater, something completely new. Because we are gods. We are not the God, the highest consciousness. But since we have a point of self-awareness, we are gods. Because self-awareness is the divine, is God. And energy is the language of the divine. That's where we are filled with love and grace when we do spiritual work. When we truly connect also with love, we are filled with the divine energy, which is like the blood of God. And God is the self-aware power. And the evil is put like a threshold. It's put there like an obstacle that you must overcome in order to know the truth. There is always barriers and tests and accomplishments that must be done for life to continue and thrive. And this is simply to filter out, single out the bad, and let only the truth come true. So those who are caught in the net of evil and wickedness, they are supposed to be there, and the wickedness must stay in this net. That is why the world is like it's like crabs in a barrel, always fighting. They are caught, and the only way out is to become conscious and pure, purified body and soul. That is the only way out of here. And the mind is the key. You have to think love. I told my father when he was alive that he should say this mantra: I love, I love, I love. And when you say I love you, I love, you feel a power inside eventually, and you are filled with love, because it's magic. Your soul command for energy, and that it will arise. So you fill yourself with love, and love gives you the wish. So you want to become cleaner and better. And when you purify your body, your soul starts to vibrate, because your soul, it lives of the energy the body produces. So we have to keep the blood vessels clean. I heard in an interview someone said all the arteries and veins in the body, it can go two times around the world. That's how long these channels are. And then we have energy channels, nadis, in the body, which can also be cleared. The physical blood vessels, they are cleared by dietary discipline and exercise. And the spiritual nadis in the body, they are cleared with entheogenics, botanical, psychedelic plants, and meditation techniques. When the enlightenment force rises in the human, it burns away karma. It burns away the negative, makes that undone. So it disappears completely. I used to feel this in a mini form when I went abroad. When I was younger, I lived in the big city. And the city eventually gave me like a bad vibe sometimes. When I had been there too long. I was too much in that bubble, in that world, and it made me feel bad. And then I went abroad for a couple of months, somewhere. And when I came back, I was free from that negative feeling. And then my gracious divine feeling had washed away the negative. And this, with enlightenment, this happens on an even bigger, much bigger scale. It takes away your childhood, all your painful memories and feelings are erased. And you are completely new again. You are newborn. The old you died, symbolically, and the new one rised. And that's how important energy are. That's how important it are to lift your eyes above the human ego world and understand the great mission and your role in this great mission. Because we are filled with a feeling of insignificance, that nothing is worth anything. But that's not true. Then this wouldn't exist. God is the ultimate intelligence, and ultimate intelligence don't make mistakes. It's only humans who think they possess the ultimate intelligence that make mistakes. The real, authentic, ultimate consciousness, it never makes any mistakes. It's all-knowing. That's why we have the story about Odin in the Norse mythology. that when he drank from the Mimer's spring, when he drank from Mimer's well, it opened up his third eye and he became all wise, all knowing. And then he gets certain powers from that state, the Hugin and the Munin, spirit and memory, so he could fly through all the energy levels of the body and the universe. And this has been called in other religions the Book of Life. They call it in the Kabbalah. It's the same as Mimir's well. Mimir's well means the well of memory, or the Akasha register is a regular term you use for this. It is the universe eternal memory, because it records everything. It remembers everything. And that is also why our evil actions are recorded in the Mimir's well, in the Book of Life. So we can't lie, we can't pretend or fake our way out of this. It's only by being real to the innermost core we can go through this. And we don't have to become a saint straight away. This is not for everyone, in every lifetime. It's a process of being born, dying, until we reach the right life to ascend from this. But if you have that urge, you should go for it. But not with the religious mafia that use people and try to make this to a physical, worldly, mundane, primitive, silly thing that they brainwash people with and fuck up the real business. But if you start feeling the power and feel an interest and inspiration for this, you should go for it and try to avoid people who are too caught up in the net of illusion, because they will automatically drag you down with them. We affect each other. Energies are contagious. Vibes spread. We feel vibes, and vibes cling on to ourselves. And that you have to be careful about that. If you want this. If you don't care, if you're still worldly, you can just relax and do your thing, smoke your cigarette or speak your bullshit. It's okay. But if you are one who feel the force in your soul, then you have lived many lives and you're ready. It's a signal that you are ready to merge with the divine. And what happens after that is a mystery. We don't know. God is the highest consciousness. Do we all emerge in God? Or do we all become our separate gods? That goes our own way in the nothingness, in the Gnunga gap, which is unmanifested potential, unmanifested reality, and therefore infinite potential. That's my belief anyway. But I'm okay to become one with God too. If God is myself, that obviously is not a problem. Or if I'm qualitatively one, energetically with God, it's not going to be a problem, right? It's not slavery, it's elevation. But I don't think it's like that. I think we become our own separate gods. That's why Jesus, who was an initiate in the old mystery school, said that everyone shall sit under their own fig tree. The fig tree symbolizes a universe, a galaxy in the Vedic culture. So that could be an allegory for that everybody will create their own worlds eventually, become creators, gods. And that we, like children, evolve and learn by playing with creating an inspiration and responsibility in the world. So we one day can have bigger responsibilities in the universe. The universe is filled with significance, with splendor, with magic. Open your eyes, look up. Don't let humans get you down. No matter what they do, you be gracious in yourself, and you know your self-worth. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. And if things are not good, work. And tell people to fuck off who try to stop you. Doesn't matter the situation. The world is not for losers, it's not for quitters. The world is for those who keep pushing all the time, regardlessly of what anyone throws at them or try to put them down. That is the true ones, that is the true spirit. So keep fighting. Don't get soft, don't get weak. Keep your spiritual energy high. Be proud, you know, because you're a seed of this infinite potential. And you're going to high places. You're going to something fantastic. This is not it. This is the factory. This is where you work. And after work comes reward. After work comes salary. After sowing comes reaping. And you can't forget that. Don't forget that. And have fun. Laugh, you know. Make jokes. Because they want to spin you in the negative. That you become this thinker. That think too much. And anytime you feel like it's too much, you joke. Humor is a sign of intelligence. And humor is a way of survival. And even if you're mad at someone, joke. Don't lash out and become crazy and beat the shit out of people for small reasons. Joke. Be ironic. That is the smart people's ways of criticizing and making resistance. Yeah, but all this is basic anyway. But I have my regular morning talks and I just wanted to share a little bit of my primitive thoughts. Alright, take care everybody, bless.